Hi there, Joey from PowerhouseAffiliate.com. Thanks for tuning in to part 2 of the Google Ads affiliate series, where I'll be covering 7 in-depth videos of the most important things to consider when setting up Google Ads search campaigns, especially for affiliate marketers. Today we're going to be talking about continuing on from last video, where we're going to be doing some keyword research and looking at the competition levels and what we might be paying per click. Things to consider before you even start running your campaigns is, are there enough searches for these keywords? Are there any good keywords that aren't extremely expensive? And how can I find those? We're going to be using, again, the SEMrush tool to do this. You can get a 14-day free trial of SEMrush down in the description. It is the only place I think I know of that you can get 14 days free for this tool. So use that link, powerhouseaffiliate.com/SEMrush. And we're also going to be using the free Google Ads keyword planner to compare data. I'm going to talk about a strategy on how we can find cheaper clicks and how to find really good keywords that will likely be profitable in the end if we continue to follow the steps of how to set up good campaigns. All of that being said, if you want to fast track to the end and see everything all at once and more detail in how to set up affiliate marketing campaigns using Google Ads, check out the 30-day challenge link down below in the description. Go to powerhouseaffiliate.com/challenge and you'll see a live step-by-step example from start to finish, pretending you know nothing about Google search ads, going straight up to how to run a live profitable affiliate marketing campaign. Check out that training down below, 30-day challenge, and you can see everything all at once. As you might recall, in the last video, we talked about back pain, so I figured, hey, why not continue with back pain? So coming into the advertising section of SEMrush, this is the tool we're using. If you come over to the advertising section here and go to the Keyword Magic tool, this is the first place I would generally start with the type of offer that we're going to be running here. I'm not necessarily saying that I would run the offer that we found, but there are other offers here on ClickBank related to back pain that I know are converting. And you can check out the top offers. You can search here for back pain, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to get into that right now because that's all real newbie stuff that's covered in other training at powerhouseaffiliate.com that you can actually get free access to by clicking down below in the description. Some of our training on the newbie stuff, choosing these offers and finding your affiliate link and all of that stuff, all covered. So now let's talk about the actual keyword research. Inside this Keyword Magic tool kind of gives me a broad overview of what I'm going to be paying cost per click. And one of the most important things to consider here first is the country. You can see here I have United States selected. When you select the United States, you're going to be seeing probably the most competitive cost per click information on this type of offer. Now, there are going to be exceptions to that rule where certain offers are really hot in certain countries, but for the most part, every type of offer that you run here will be most expensive in the United States. So if you're running an offer from a place like ClickBank, these offers can be ran in multiple different countries, which will result in a much lower cost per click. And I'm going to use that as an example. If I just change United States here, let's just have a look here. 122 US dollar. We're roughly in the $1 to $2. Here's a $5 keyword here. And if I just switch this country to Canada, you're going to see a drastic decrease in the amount I'm going to be paying per click in Canada. You'll see that the cost per click here in this column, giving it a minute, will drop drastically. Like I said, here we are, 43 cents now to run this same keyword in Canada. And the offer, if I pick one from ClickBank, will accept Canadian traffic, and it might be an option for me to consider before I start spending $1 per click in the United States. Maybe start in a different English-speaking country, try it at a lower cost, and then move into the United States. Here, let's just assume we're going to go with Canada first, and now what we want to look for are keywords here that we can add to our list. Now, it really comes down to what your budget is. We're going to talk a little more about budget when I get into the video about campaign setup and all the things you need to consider when setting up your campaign. For now, we're just going to talk about this briefly. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you get notified when the next videos come out in this series. If you click the bell icon every time I post another video on this channel, you will actually get notified in your YouTube feed. And that not only helps you get the information you want, but it also helps my channel grow. So please don't forget to subscribe. Next, we want to pick our keywords based on our budget. So let's say our budget is $100 a day. We need to consider the math behind these offers and think about the conversion rate and our landing page click-through rate and all of that kind of stuff. Now that is fully described in a video I recently did covering the topic of a tool that we had posted in our forum by one of our members. And I'll pop the video up there to that video here that talks about the math behind the campaign itself so that you understand how much budget you're going to need and whether or not this is even going to work for you. So for example, back pain breakthrough, here's an offer on ClickBank that I could potentially run. You can see of other affiliates are running it, and the average conversion pays out about $54. So if I had a 1% conversion rate, I'm only making about $50 for 100 clicks to the offer. So if I'm paying $1 per click per offer, it's probably not going to work for me. But if I'm paying 22 cents, something like this, or 23 cents, then it's probably more likely that I can make this profitable, as long as we look at the intent of the keyword, which we're going to cover right now. Very important is the intent of these keywords. So if my budget is $100 a day and I've done the math, let's say I would pick maybe 20 keywords at max. I would say maybe 10 to 20 keywords for my testing phase of my campaign. So what I want to do is I want to find keywords with high commercial intent or high transactional intent. Okay, so these are people that are looking to convert into a conversion, and these are people who want to investigate certain top brands or products. So I typically aim for both of these types of intent, commercial and transactional. So what you can actually do here with this tool is you can just filter the the commercial and transactional searches so that you can have a better list of keywords that you should potentially aim for. Now, again, don't forget to use AI, because some of the tools that are available now, like ChatGPT or Jasper, might even come up with more keywords that this tool can't find. So make sure you use a collective effort of tools and resources at your disposal. But here we go. People searching for back pain relief clearly have a commercial intent. They already know their problem. We don't have to explain to them their problem. They're looking for relief on their problem. So that is a good keyword. Currently though, it's going to cost me about 78 cents US in Canada, which means it's probably almost double that in the United States. Stretches for lower back pain, that's a good keyword if you have an offer that offers stretches for lower back pain. And I know for a fact there are offers on ClickBank that offer stretches for lower back pain, but I would probably use that for the offer that I'm running as well, because most of these offers have stretches. In fact, I believe the back pain breakthrough is about stretches. If you were to go to the actual offer itself and start looking at it, it's probably talking about certain stretches you can actually use for your daily routine. So what you can do now is you can start selecting these keywords, adding them to your keyword list. And then once you've added them to your keyword list, you can export them and bring them to your Google Ads account and set up your campaign. We're going to talk about campaign setup later, so I'm not going to cover that right now. We're just talking about finding keywords, the intent of those keywords, what the volume is, what the trend is, what the potential cost per click is, and the considerations about, what country do I really want to run this in? If you start looking at other countries, you can really narrow down to some cheap clicks on Google Ads and really have a chance at making this work for yourself. One other thing I'm going to cover in this video quickly is once you have found your keywords, what you can now start doing is looking at your competition. And we're going to do that later again in the ad setup. But over here in SEMrush, one of the great things about this tool is you can start doing advertiser research on your competition. So what you could do is just come into back pain here and search for competitors. And you can see that there will probably be some ads running. And you can see here some types of ads here on Google. Here's an ad in Canada right now. I don't see a lot of ads for back pain treatment, which is interesting. So one of the ads I found here running in Canada is the drhonow.com back pain treatment. Not very many ads running in Canada, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's because there's a policy issue or if it's just because nobody has discovered this amazing opportunity. But you can see here that Dr. Ho Now is running, and I can start seeing what kind of keywords they're running. And a lot of it is neck pain pro, but I can start really digging down deep and filtering out to things that contain the word back in it. If I wanted, I could say back and really start to narrow down on what the competition is doing. There's 7 keywords that I would probably want to add. These are actually keywords that you could use in a different ad group that we'll talk about later, which is your competition ad group, where you start focusing on other players, other competitors that you can run against. I'll cover that in a later topic. So that's it for today's video. I just wanted to cover how you can find these keywords, how you can start to analyze your competitors, how you can actually start looking at the cost per click, comparing it to the Google search tool, which is also available for free in your account, but does not have nearly as much data. And it doesn't obviously provide you the ad copies and all of the other stuff that we're going to be focusing on later. Like you can see here, how many ads people are running and what their competitors are. You can start to look at even more competitive positioning and all of that kind of stuff that we're going to be covering in the future. So again, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like the video, or provide your comments on some strategies you use to find your keywords for your campaigns. And hopefully this has been helpful for those wondering if Google search ads is the way to go as an affiliate marketer. Thanks for watching. See you next video.